Namaste, everyone. This is Jenny G, and welcome to my channel. Before we begin, make sure you hit that little subscribe button right down there in the corner, that little red little box there, in order to get content, new content that comes out on my channel every week, sometimes a few times a week. It depends. So before I even get started, I have had so many messages and emails like, oh my God, Jenny, this Mercury retrograde. Oh my God, what's going on? Okay, now we are also in this eclipse energy, you guys. This is what's going on. You'll have to watch my video. April 20th, I did new moon, Mercury retrograde, and the total eclipse, because that is extremely powerful. How many of you have seen shocking events? Seriously. How many of you have seen sudden endings? Yes, you name it. A lot of truth has been exposed and continuing. So I've even witnessed myself, like even yesterday. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness sakes. Right? This energy is going to continue on. So we also have Mercury retrograde entwined with this, with the eclipse energy. And we have ascension, we have solar flares, like, oh my goodness sakes. So this week for you, we're going to talk about what can we feel or expect or go through May 1st to the 8th. Like, can you believe it? We're already in May. Like, oh my goodness sakes, right? So how many of you guys during this energy right now, especially April, I want you to reflect back to the whole month of April. What did you learn from that month? It was a very, very powerful month with many, many blessings. New doors were opening. And you have to really pay attention, especially to what doors closed suddenly. Was it a relationship? Was it a job? Was it you making a decision? So as long as you're making decisions that aren't like rash, like, oh my gosh, suddenly boom, 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 don't be doing that. So if you've been pondering on making decisions about, should I do this or should I change that? Or then that's okay, because that's been continuously going on. Like even myself, okay, for those of you who know me or been following my channel, I've been waiting to move for a long time, right? I've been packed up in boxes forever. So I made the conscious choice. It's something that has been going on for a little while, to just stay where I'm at right now. Canada, the cost of living, it's extremely extreme. For those of you who know, a lot of people are leaving the country and going to Mexico and all kinds of things. The cost of living here has tripled. It's way out of control. So I'm staying where I am right now. And I actually started unpacking. Yeah, I know, right? Can you believe that? So it's when you're unpacking, you're seeing all of these things that you're like, oh, I'm so grateful. Like even this shirt I had, right? I had it packed away in a box and I forgot about it. Started unraveling things and I'm like, oh, I love my shirt. I missed my shirt, right? So it's all about the journey that you go through, and you have to make decisions that's best for you and look at reality and stay in the now. We can always pre-plan things ahead of time, and you're going to see this week, especially surrender the process. Really trust what is happening. Really trust what you're going through right now, because this is a huge week for new doorways opening up. Let end what has ended, regardless of relationship, work, business, like whatever it is. Let that end, because your soul is putting you on the path. If you surrender, that's best for your highest self and highest purpose, if you surrender the process. So this week is a huge gateway for you guys to really go with the flow. We're still in Mercury retrograde, and it gives you that opportunity. Even Mercury retrograde, it's certainly, especially this week, it gives you that opportunity to really reset things, revamp things, reestablish. And that's why I'm resetting things with unpacking, which I'll be able to share with you a lot of my crystals and such like that, and so on and so on as I get unpacked. So we have this opportunity, and it's like, let go, surrender. What has been holding you back? What has been out of alignment with you? And regardless of what area, you have seen these things that's been happening, right? If you're struggling with it, if you're trying to force it and push it and push it and have that tantrum and da 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 da, the energy is not going to work with you. This is why this week you have to surrender and trust and reset things for you. Reset what's best for your higher self and your highest purpose. It's so important. So you have seen more clarity with how things have played out, and you're going to continue to see that this week. It's a time also for healing and reflecting back. A lot of energy has come to the surface about what you needed to heal, especially from family crises, family toxicity. Are you the black sheep of your family? I am. I always have been, never been accepted. However, it's how you utilize that energy within to push you and transcend you forward in quantum leaps, to be who you are. You've come into this world to be you. You're special. We all have those gifts and talents that we are born with. And we also have this beautiful full moon coming in this week on the 5th, May 5th, 5/5, powerful day. Powerful day, May 5th. If I get a chance, I'll do a full moon video just on that specifically, if I get a chance. Right, that is. So now you're going to find that we have this Taurus stellium still this week as well, which it's going to help you stay grounded. Taurus, earth sign. So it's like, you know what? Do what brings you peace. That's you being grounded. Really take time out for you. I always stress that importance. It's really important because when we're making big decisions, when we get so wrapped up in the world events or wrapped up with family or work or relationships, whatever it is, it can be really hard to see clarity because your mind is on overload. So this is why this energy with the Taurus is here to reground you. We've had it for a little while, and it is here. And this May 7th, also, by the way, it's a doorway to the eclipse that is closing. So what did you guys learn? Like, the energy of the eclipse is still going to go on for 6 months. However, the doorway to the eclipse energy is closing this week. So it's really important this week. It's a huge opportunity week. Really embrace and start writing down what you want. Start really focusing on and writing down certain goals. Don't start and sign any brand new huge contracts. No huge purchases like buying a home, let's say, or a brand new vehicle and things like that. No. You'll have to watch my video on, like I'm saying, from the 20th of April, the new moon, Mercury retrograde, and the eclipse, to know what not to do and what to do. Okay, it's really important because on the 7th and 8th, let's say, you might find that your liver and your thighs and your hips and sacrum area might be a little bit more sensitive. It really depends on the cosmic energy of that day. May 5th and 6th, you might find that your lower energy, like your genitals, prostate, and anus, might be a little bit more sensitive. Just be really gentle on yourself, right? Certain days, our body, it can go and be more affected with the energies that are happening. Okay, so it's just really important to surrender what is best. So this full moon, on the 5th of May, it's in Scorpio. Scorpio is all about transformation, death, rebirth. And this is the week. This is a very powerful week, as I keep on saying. This makes it really powerful time. And even the May 5th moon, it's going to affect different body parts, especially more so because it's the full moon. You might find that your bones might get a little bit more sensitive too. Your joints might be a little off. Make sure you're stretching and taking it easy. You're going to find that your creativity this week is going to be off the charts, off the charts. So when you're getting those little messages from spirit of do this, or maybe look into that, or change this, or whatever it is, start writing it down, because those projects that you've been working on that's been on hold from the past, those are going to be coming back, and they started to already come back for you. So don't be signing huge contracts, you guys, on new business deals. I mean, if you have to, please make sure that you know exactly what you're signing, what you're getting involved with, and so on, and that you're feeling okay with it. Like this full moon is all about the Buddhist energy. You're going to find that they're going to be chanting a lot. I chant every day. I have for many, many years. And with the Buddhists, they give a lot of charity to the poor and such like that. So, and you'll find that especially different places like Nepal, or, energies like that, there's different caged birds, and that's the day they let the birds free. They let them free. And you're going to be fine that this week you're really, really going to be looking within your feelings. And you're going to be wanting to have that deep, meaningful relationship with others, your soul tribe, deep, meaningful connections that you connect with from your heart and your soul. These other connections, you're going to be that, I just know it's not working for me any longer. I've ended toxic relationships. Mercury retrograde, of course, we have people from our past coming back. It gives you that opportunity to reconnect with them. And it also gives you that opportunity to say, you know what, thanks for the lessons from the past, but I've actually closed that door now. I am, I'm grateful of the lessons that I learned from you. And I truly wish you best on your journey always, always, of course. However, I'm now walking this path and this route on my own. We all have our own karmic footprints, right? You might find that, oh my gosh, I have a relationship that maybe they're single, maybe they're wanting to, reestablish something with me or come back. During Mercury retrograde, it's not the time to start a brand new relationship or go on a first date, because the communication can be really off. And there's a lot of delays. Messages can be all up in the air. So when you're sending a message, make sure that you have actually confirmed that it's been sent to the right person. And if you're receiving anything, make sure it's not your junk or spam folder, because there's delays right now with technical and electrical as well. So you're going to find that whenever you're reviewing your past, take a look at where you are now today. Really take a look at that. This Buddha energy, by the way, for the May 5th moon, for those of you who are trying to conceive and get pregnant, it's all about fertility. May 5th. So for those of you who are like, yeah, I want to have a baby, conceive on the 5th, if you can, that energy will work with you. Because this eclipse energy has been very life-changing. I've heard from different people that, Jenny, I've been trying to get pregnant for a long time, and all of a sudden they found out they were pregnant. They're like, oh my gosh, I actually took like 3 pregnancy tests before I could actually believe it. And I also went to my doctor and he confirmed it. Yes, yes, yes. The eclipse energy is still going to be working with you if you work with it and surrender the process. Surrender the process. And sometimes we have to write down, what's the pros of me staying in this job, and what's the cons if I left it? Relationship, wherever you are, whatever it is, because we can over process things too much, because our mind right now it can be very tired with this solar flares energy. You're going to find your sleep has been off. How many of you have been waking up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning and you're like, I can't get back to sleep? So when we have that energy, drink a lot more water and really pay attention to how you're feeling. When you're feeling exhausted, make sure that you're resting. Don't push it. Don't push it. As I'm unpacking, nobody likes likes to have things, all up in the air, but I'm doing a little bit by a little bit by a little bit. I'm not rushing anything. So it's really important to surrender and just go with the flow right now to utilize this energy. We have Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. It's going to be affected more so with these signs on the full moon, by the way. So you might find you could be feeling off, or you might be finding that, I'm on a roll. I am manifesting things, and the manifestation right now, you guys, is still really huge. Be really careful what you want to manifest. Be really careful, because for some of you, you've noticed how fast things are really speeding up with what you want to manifest as well. So during the full moon, try not to have any surgery. Like if you have to, your body's going to be more sensitive. If you wanted to go in and get a certain procedure done on the full moon, get it done on a different date if possible. And please remember that your animals get really, really affected. You might notice that, wow, like my animals are drinking a lot more water. Like, oh my goodness. Or, which is going to make them want to go outside more and release, because those solar flares, they affect our animals too. They're very, very sensitive. Like I'm very, very sensitive. I get affected, boom, right away. And a lot of people, Jenny, what's going on? What is going on? Like, oh my God, it's Mercury retrograde. And I'm like, yes. However, the eclipse is life changing. Life changing. This energy with the eclipse, you guys, look back to 2004, 2005, in April and 1987. Look back to those times if you can remember in April, because you might have found that similar situations have come back up now again. And it goes on how we deal with things. What did we learn from back then? How are we going to handle this situation now at this time? So April, I knew exactly what was going on with me 2004 and 2005. And it's very similar now, of course, with what's going on. I had, I'm not going to talk about it, but, for those of you who remember, you might see similar situations with what's going on. So it's like, go with the flow right now. You've seen more clarity. You're going to see more clarity. You're going to find that it's really important for those of you who have goals right now or set goals to really pay attention to staying on your goals this week. You're getting tested. If you have goals to accomplish a certain thing, whatever it is, make sure you try to stay on top of that, because you're going to see the rewards. It's like what energy and goals that you're planting in the spring, you're going to see those coming to fruition more so in the fall and the autumn, vice versa, depending on which part of the world you're at, what season. So what you plant in the autumn, you'll see the results in the spring. What you plant in the summer, you could see those results in the winter time as well. So this is an amazing week for you to surrender and really go after. It's life-changing. It's the opportunity to really, really reset what is not in alignment with you, what is truly not in alignment. Because if you don't, some of you have already seen that the eclipse is automatically boom, boom, done that. I've had some shocking phone calls coming in this week and the past few days already. And I'm like, what? Like I had a phone call come in a couple of days ago, and I'm like what? Like I didn't know what to say. I was in shock. Right. And I'm like, okay, how is this going to affect me? Which, yes, it did affect me. But it's like, okay, how do we utilize this energy right now? How do we really work with this energy? What's the gift I can learn from this? How can I surrender what's best for my highest self and highest purpose with this? Reflect back on what you learned from it. Be grateful for that opportunity you had with someone or a situation or whatever it was. Always be grateful, and please never take anybody for granted, ever, ever, ever. That balance has to be there with give and receive, because when it's not, you're not going to be open for new opportunities with prosperity and abundance. And sometimes we've just had to end something. I've ended a few things myself these past couple of weeks. No, that's it. It's done. It's over with. It's cleared. whatever it is. And, you know, we have to know our worth. We have to know our boundaries. And when you set boundaries, you're going to see that you're going to be able to focus more on yourself and getting things done. And people will stop taking you for granted and using you for whatever it is. Right? So it's been a awakening time for you. How many of you have really seen sudden endings or shocks, or like started something or whatever it was? Let me know, you guys, right? So I'm also going to pull a couple of cards here with the collective to see what the energy this week is from May 1st, 8th. What energy spirit has to say, because I'm a psychic clairvoyant medium. I never use cards on anybody. But because we're doing this video here, I'm going to pull a couple of cards from spirit, the universe, to see what messages they have to say. So you can always book a private reading with me, soulworkwithjenny.com, to and that way I'll give you a very detailed reading and on all my insights and answer all your questions. So anyways, before you use any cards, you guys, please knock them 3 times on wood. Boom, boom, boom. It clears your energy or whoever else used them last. Okay, so because I'm also an animal communicator, I connect with the animal kingdom all the time. I get messages constantly. And we're going to pull what the animal kingdom has to say for this week, May 1st to 8th. So what is the cosmic message from our animals? May 1st to 8th. What's the cosmic right away? Right away. Wow. It's the bee. Spread heart, healing, and joy. Archangel Premnalik. I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's the way it is. But bees are always busy. Bees are always busy doing things and working and so on and so on and so on. If you don't bother the bees, they won't bother you. And bees are necessary for our planet as well. And it's really important to keep your heart open. Keep your heart open, like whenever you're setting boundaries, whenever you're ending relationships or whatever it is, make sure you keep your heart open and really reflect back on, what did I learn from that relationship? I'm very grateful for the time we shared, regardless of if it's a day or 10 years or 100 years type thing, whatever it is. Always look at the lessons you learned from it and the positive things. So it's really, really important to keep your heart open always for you to heal. So it's so beautiful. It actually, the bee's kind of cute, right? And with this being springtime or summer, wherever you are, whatever it is, you're going to see a lot more bees out there. I just, it's like if I see a bee or wasp, I kind of move out of their way, right? I don't want to antagonize them, or I might have a little chat with them. All right, now, this is my space here. This is Jenny's space. Okay, you can move on over there. I'm going to put flowers out in the summertime on my balcony. You can visit them and do whatever you want with them. Of course, we're all one big collective, right? So let us ask the angelic world, what is the message for April? I was going to say April, because we still have that April energy, like, the eclipse and Mercury retrograde, right? So it still lingers in. So what is the message from the, wow, right away, like these cards fly up for me. And the message here, what a perfect message. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Now, faith is all about trusting the process and surrendering. It's giving you that time to reset things that are out of alignment with you, regardless of what it is. You're going to be showing more of your worth. You're going to be like, I deserve better. I deserve to get treated better with respect. I deserve to have that raise. I deserve, like, whatever it is. Have faith that spirit and your soul is working for your highest good and highest purpose. Surrender, surrender, surrender. When I was making that decision to really unpack and say, you know what, let's stay here for at least a couple of more years, realistically, or who knows, I could be here until I have no idea, right? It's surrendering. It's all about having that home where you can hang up your hat. And then eventually, if and when the US ever opens up their borders and such like that, then the unvaccinated can start traveling again, and so on and so on and so on. So it's all about having faith with the situation, regardless of what. You know, there's a lot of harsh energy still going on right now in the world and with the eclipse and so on and so on. And it all comes down to you. How are you responding to it? How are you working through it? Is where it goes, right? So staying the now, staying the now. You know, I've got big plans for the future and such like that. And it's all about, okay, one step at a time. Have faith and surrender, regardless of what. You cannot depend on the so-called leaders, because there are no leaders in this world. There's not. If there was real leaders, the world wouldn't be how it is. All of those politicians, they have money. They have plenty of needs to take care of their family, to go on the travels and to pay their mortgage and live that lavish lifestyle. They don't care about you, how you're doing. They just want money from you. That's it. That's all it is. So you've seen how truth has been exposed more in the medical world. More and more truth is going to continuously be exposed. So as I'm stating, a lot of people are leaving Canada and moving to Mexico. Don't even get me started on that. So anyways, be positive, have faith. So, you know, I love my crystals. And as I get unpacked, I'll be sharing with you, you know, more of my crystals and stuff like that. So what is the message from the crystal world from the 1st to the 8th of May? What is the message right away? Wow, these cards are flying. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't know if you saw it fly up on the screen or not. I don't know. But this card here, it's very interesting. This is Aragonite. Release your emotional baggage. This is a week, as I stated, to reset and surrender. Surrender. If you keep fighting within yourself about making decisions, you need to take that pause back and say, okay, let me reflect on this. Where am I finding peace? Where do I feel more at peace? That's the direction for you that is best. If you're like feeling really nervous or freaked out, or like, I don't know, something's just not right about this person or that environment or this job, like, listen to that. That's your soul speaking to you and guiding you. So, wow, this is such a beautiful card to have. And also the orange, this orangey card too. This is also like a grounding color of red jasper too, by the way. Orange represents courage, which will give you the courage to make those decisions to move forward, because the huge doorways are opening up this week for you guys. Huge doorways of opportunities if you're paying attention. So certain things that have just ended, some people are still healing from it. Some people are like, oh my God, oh my God. What did you learn from that? When there's endings, there's brand new beginnings when you surrender. So, one last card, you guys. And some of you might have been having some more flashbacks with your past life as well. I do past life Akashic records. So really pay attention to what's being shown, because some of those talents from once upon a lifetime, you might be hearing, you know, I feel really drawn to, you know, walk in this career or to follow my passion. I was, you know, thinking a lot about one of my passions, which is photography, by the way, that about certain things. And all of a sudden I had a message from a dear friend, and Jenny, we want to showcase your photography. And I'm like, what? Well, like, really? Like, what? And it was interesting because I was just thinking of that. And I was having past life memories when once upon a time ago, when I was working with cameras and photography and stuff like that. And it was interesting how all of a sudden, boom, I had a message from her and everything. So it's really, really interesting. So anyways, we're not going to go on about me, right? This isn't about me. This is about you guys. So what is the message cosmically from the universe, May 1st to the 8th? What is the message from spirit? May 1st, 8. What is the message from the spirit world? All right then. All right. So, okay. So, you know how I just talked about a lot of truth is being exposed right now? So this card here is inner truths. And the number 16, which equals to 7. This is a universal 7-year, by the way, which is making you walk your truth, following your passions, following your purpose, walking away from drama and negativity, wanting to live your own life in your way, all of those things. It's a beautiful journey of higher self and the self-discovery within when you surrender and open up to the beautiful messages that your soul wants to share with you. So I love this card. I mean, I love trees. When I used to paint before, all of my paintings would have trees in it. I mean, I'm no artist in any way, shape, or form. I was shocked. I actually sold a painting and I'm like, really? Really? Wow. But anyways, look at this. Look at this little girl here immensing into the forest, in the woods, into the unknown. I always walk into the unknown. It's important to listen to your intuition when you're entering something new or when you want to experience something. You know, be open as long as it feels right for you, as long as it resonates with you. That's all that matters. And to release your inner child as well. You know, like when was the last time you guys really, really laughed? Like my little girl, Bella, my little dog, Bella. Oh my gosh, she makes me laugh. She really makes me laugh. And at times I feel my wolfhound, McTavish, who had passed away, um, like he was like a 200-pound wolfhound, Irish wolfhound, and he would pin me down literally with his long arms and stuff like that. And I'd start laughing, like, stop it, stop it. And then as I was like laughing, he would stick his tongue in my mouth, and I'm like, oh my God, stop it. And he would just like, ooh, his big tail was like like really long and powerful. And oof, he cleared my coffee table, everything off my coffee table with his tail. Oof. So for those of you who know Irish wolfhounds, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So it's time for you guys to take some time out in nature as well. Nature is a really good way to clear your mind and hear those messages coming more in so from spirit. Okay, so now make sure you subscribe to my channel, for goodness sakes. Hit that subscribe box, like my video. It really helps my channel. There's a lot of new content coming in as well. Surprises and all kinds of things that are happening. So in order to see that and be a part of it, you have to subscribe to Jenny's channel, just the way it is. And you can always book a reading with me, like I'm saying, soulworkwithjenny.com. And I just want you guys to let me know what's going on, how you're utilizing this energy, what has ended in your life, what shocks have you heard or you've seen, especially, I mean, the world, it's normal. We're going to hear shocks and truth constantly coming out. However, I want you to let me know, if you're okay with it, what shocks have you heard or been through just recently? Just recently, because it's still going to continue in this week. What changes are you making? What changes do you really want to make? Okay, so I'm wishing you all a beautiful, beautiful new week ahead. Stay positive, stay grounded, surrender the process, and reset what is not working for you and not out of balance. Because if you don't, the eclipse is going to powerfully poof and close and slam that door for you. Namaste, everyone. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jenny G. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life Akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing, and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.